episode of Train Talks. First, I got news on WWE potentially changing the main event of WrestleMania 34. It will not be Roman Reigns, but who will it be, ladies and gentlemen? Some huge news on that. And also, I got, hold on, folks. My news is kind of messed up. What the world is going on? Also, WWE is heading back to New Jersey for WrestleMania 35. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going to be happening with that? And finally, the WWE drops the Fabulous Moolah Memorial name from the WrestleMania match. And what is the plan for Roman Reigns going forward with the politically driven garbage that we have been seeing over the past couple weeks? I'm your host, Coach, and thank you guys so much for joining me. This is being recorded on Friday. Part 1 and 2 will be recorded on Friday. So the part you see today is being recorded on Friday. Then the part you see tomorrow will be recorded on. It's also being recorded today as well, because I will not be home tomorrow to record Train Talks. You guys will see it at probably 11 a.m., 12 o'clock p.m. That'll be my only video for Saturday, and I'll see you all Sunday with the alternate universe mode. So thank y'all so much for all the support. Well, thank y'all for 119 subscribers, man. You guys are beasts. I love everything you guys are doing. I can't wait to do the alternate universe mode for you guys Sunday. I'm not going to do today because I'm supposed to be not leaving today, so I'm not going to be home to record the alternate universe mode tonight, but I will do it tomorrow. And again, it's such an honor to be on this platform and talk about WWE to you guys, and I really, really love it so much, man. We're going to start off with this WWE dropping the famous Fabulous Moolah Memorial name after fan protest. In a strange twist, which was otherwise a nakedly chronicle bit of brand fluttering, WWE decision to name new annual Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania with the Fabulous Moolah quickly became the biggest news story in wrestling. It's a strange twist but not truly unpredictable. Once given the slew of past, my notes. What's one of my notes? The slew of Gary. Okay. Once given the slew of past allegations of sexual and financial exploitation against Moolah from numerous wrestling trainees. It's hard to imagine how WWE expected this to go over. The answer we know now: it's not very well. The wide bush of negative response to naming made the front page of Reddit and via the article from wrestling/MMA news site Fightful, and seemed to be picking up more steam by the day. In response, WWE announced on Thursday that it will be dropping the Fabulous Moolah Memorial by the royal name. It all comes down Snickers. The presented by sponsored for this year's WrestleMania. Snickers have been sponsoring WrestleMania since WrestleMania 32, I believe. I think they did 31 as well, but that was sponsored by Bud Light and the soft drink that Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler and JBL had at their announce table. But Snickers have been a sponsor for the WWE for the past couple of years. This is sponsor for WrestleMania. On Wednesday, a thread using fans to reach out to the candy company about the Moolah issue was one of several Moolah topics on the front page of Squared or Circle, which is by far the biggest pro wrestling group on Reddit. With it becoming clear that fans were indeed writing to them, Deadspin reached out to Mars Wheelie Confederacy US, the parent company of the Snickers brand, which issued the following statement. We recently made a WWE decision to honor a former wrestler during upcoming WrestleMania 34 event. As principle-based business that was long championed, created an exclusive environment that encouraged and empowered everyone to their full potential. This is unacceptable. We're engaging with WWE to express our disappointment. WWE followed up with their own statement about 90 minutes later. Boy, that was very, very quick. An hour and 30 minutes later, WWE changed the name just like that. After further consideration, we believe it's best to proceed with the name WrestleMania's Women's Battle Royal, which remains Most important is that this historic match is part of WWE's programming commitment to the women's division. Mark also sent this follow-up statement to Deadspin. We are very pleased that WWE has presented with the name WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. So Snickers, Mars, the parent company, the Snickers, forced WWE to change the name after fan backlash. It is extremely out of character for WWE to respond to a backlash in this fashion, or indeed to respond at all. It would appear that the fact that these were long-standing, corroborated allegations, and the more urgent of fans in the media, at least one other outlet reached out to Mars, contacting WrestleMania major sponsor, were enough to do that trick. WWE had issued apologies after the missteps, though not for some time, and not usually with this degree of publicity. Whether or not this is what proceed of any kind of remains to be seen, especially since WWE is also honoring the Ultimate Warrior. He was not a sex trafficker, but the Ultimate Warrior was still a totally problematic person. And yet, every year, the promotion bestows the Warrior Award after Hall of Fame ceremony. And they have a lot of this is a lot of stuff, but I think that is enough to read on about this story. But wow, folks, yeah. So basically, Snickers has said that WWE needs to change the name. If not, we're probably going to be back. They were probably going to back out from the WrestleMania sponsor. So yeah, wow, that's very, very crazy. Moolah, the Fabulous Moolah had backlash. I heard about this backlash on YouTube. A lot of YouTube was talking about it. They were surprised that WWE actually went with the name. They at the fan backlash, they changed it, thankfully, because they would have lost a lot of sponsorships because they would have cut the name. And another thing I was thinking is, can we just do this for Roman Reigns? Can we call up Snickers or whoever sponsors the WWE commercials or whatever for their commercials and stuff like that? Can we call them up and say, we don't want Roman Reigns in the main event, and maybe they'll take Roman Reigns out of the main event for us? I mean, come on, man. It worked with Fabulous Moolah. Can it work for Reigns? You never know, man. I want look. If anybody could call Snickers and tell them that we don't want Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania 34, and can they get with WWE to change that? I will laugh my behind up because he has steroid allegations. Yeah, say that, man. Get Roman Reigns off my television. Hashtag not my main event. And speaking of that, we're gonna talk about this in a second. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar main event WrestleMania. We are not certain of the WrestleMania 34 main event in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. It is being rumored that it will be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, but also 2-3 other matches have come up for the coveted spot. First start off with the WWE Champion AJ Styles taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. It is being rumored that AJ Styles and Nakamura will main event WrestleMania because simply it is part of tradition where the Royal Rumble winner main events WrestleMania. It has not been seen over the past couple of years because Roman Reigns were main event in WrestleMania last year, but the year before Triple H won the Royal Rumble and he was in the main event of WrestleMania. So WWE might put Nakamura and Styles in that position because if the fans want the match and the fans are looking forward to this match, and it could sell for that coveted main event spot just to leave the fans home happy. Another rumor match is Undertaker versus John Cena. Considering that this might be the dead man's last ride at the grand stage, WWE will probably have him go on last one more final time to close out his historic career. It is being rumored that Undertaker will probably return as Big Evil for WrestleMania 34, and it will make sense if he does return as Big Evil to put him in the main event to close out that character as well. But then again, if Undertaker loses to John Cena, would WWE go with that backlash from the fans once again and leave them going home unhappy again? And finally, Stephanie and Triple H versus Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle. This one makes sense because of how popular Ronda Rousey is in the sport of professional wrestling right now. She's one of the biggest draws that WWE has ever had. Biggest female draws that WWE has ever had with Asuka, with Asuka and Brock Lesnar, if you count males as well. They might have her be the first. Her and Stephanie Man be the first females to ever main event WrestleMania 34 with their own match. It will be a mixed tag team match, and that could get Roman Reigns. That could get Ronda Rousey more over with the fans if she becomes the first female to main event WrestleMania. I don't think that's gonna be a good idea to have Ronda Rousey main event WrestleMania. I think you used to save that for New Jersey for WrestleMania 35, with her taking on Asuka for WrestleMania 35. That, in my opinion, that's what I think you should save that for. But we'll see what WWE we'll see what will possibly main event WrestleMania, and we'll know on the grand stage on April 8th. Oh yeah, man. Well, that is the women's WrestleMania matches to main event WrestleMania, and I think that it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles should main event WrestleMania. It's a WrestleMania match, and it should be the WrestleMania match and it should main event because I'm of the old school. The Royal Rumble winner should always main event WrestleMania. That is why Braun Strowman is main event in WrestleMania. That is why you guys are watching Raw more than you guys are watching SmackDown Live in my universe more. And finally, we got this Roman Reigns storyline. What's the plan for Roman Reigns? The reason why Roman Reigns was suspended is simply because WWE wanted to build up sympathy for him so the fans could cheer him at WrestleMania. They've been building up that Brock Lesnar doesn't care about WWE Universe. He doesn't care about people. He doesn't care about this and that because it's rumored that WWE it's rumored that Brock Lesnar will leave WWE for UFC after WrestleMania 34. So they're trying to build up sympathy for you guys to cheer Brock Lesnar. That's why, that is why Brock Lesnar is oh man, I can't talk right now. And that is why Roman Reigns was suspended by Vince McMahon. All right, folks, that's all news I got. That's all news I got today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys did enjoy it, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel down below. Share it around to your friends. As tomorrow, you guys will see. I will pre-record it today. Tomorrow, you guys will see Roman Reigns potentially WrestleMania 34 match in trouble after these allegations by Johnny Bravo. Undertaker could be coming back as Big Evil. I'll give my thoughts on that tomorrow as well. And 5 superstars who will fill Brock Lesnar void if he leaves WWE. I go over my top 5 superstars who will burst up to the scenes if Brock Lesnar leaves the WWE once again. But that's it, folks. I'm Coach Shane. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Thank y'all so much for all the support. See y'all tomorrow for Train Talks, part number 2, and Sunday, folks, for Alternate Universe Mode episode 2. Competition begins. Talk to y'all then. I'm out.